to the channel. Welcome back to My Midlife Crisis. I'm Craig, and this is my McLaren 650S Spider. In the last video, you saw that we did an oil analysis with Blackstone Labs, and I've got a little bit of shiny glitter coming from something. I don't know if it's a busted ring, something coming from the oil pump, but it does need us to do some further investigation. And I already planned on doing a changeover of the coils, as well as some new spark plugs. And so as we're doing that, we're also going to do a full compression test to see if I have a leak or anything that's going to need us to take this engine out and go a little bit further. So now while we're in there, we're going to take a borescope and we're going to take a look at the top of the cylinders, see what we see. Do we see scoring? Do we see anything that, just says take engine out, repair now, stop playing around, Craig? So, but before we do that, how the heck are we going to do coils and plugs on a McLaren 650S Spider with the engine still inside? This is probably one of the toughest things to do. We've seen legit street cars. He had his MP412C, coupe. He did it with it, and it's one of the hardest things to actually do inside the McLaren because that chassis is like an aluminum V, and it's so compact inside of there. I've been quoted 12 hours of labor to do plugs and coils with the engine still in. Call me psycho, call me a glutton for punishment. Before we jump into that, we've got to figure out what we're going to take off. Are we going to take off the back hatch? I know that there's an access panel here inside of the convertible top, but I don't know what kind of access that gives us. As we go down to get closer to those coils and plugs, we are going to do something that you don't have to do, but it's going to give us some extra room to get down to those front coils, those front spark plugs. We're going to do an intake sound generator or an ISG Delete on my McLaren 650S. For those of you that don't know what an intake sound generator is, in McLaren, in the 12C, the 650S, 675 LT, whether you're in comfort, sport, or track mode, they allow you to control the volume of a diaphragm that generates an artificial sound of your air intake to provide more cabin feel and experience. It kind of honestly sounds like a little bit of a turd. We're going to go for a ride. We're going to see if we can capture what the intake air generator actually sounds like and see what you guys think. You can tell me down in the comments below. We don't need it. This car, as rowdy as it is, it has fab-speed exhaust. It has 200 cell cats on the fab-speed downpipes. It is loud as hell. I don't need the intake sound generator, and the main reason that I want to get rid of it is it's going to give me more access to get down closer to the coils and the plugs. So it's kind of one of those things, while you're in there, you might as well do it. So I'm going to take you through the removal of the intake sound generator. I got a little kit from Kevin down in Supercar Garage, Atlanta. This is an ISG Delete block plate that basically covers up where in the manifold that the intake sound generator is going to. So I'm going to show you how to install this, how to delete that, and what it takes to do that. So let's go ahead. Let me show you how you adjust the volume intake sound generator from within the menus, and then we're going to take it for a drive and see if we can capture that crazy little sound that it makes and pumps into the cabin. The intake sound generator is going to have volume settings for all three of your powertrain handling modes. So we're going to go ahead and hit the active panel on. You've got normal mode, sport mode, and then lastly we've got track mode. So using the menu stock, go down to vehicle, intake sound generator. Now for each one of them, you can actually adjust the volume up or down for any mode. We are going to try to generate the intake sound generator. I've got it in track mode. We've got the volume for the ISG all the way up. What I noticed is it's almost like a blow-off valve. So like when I accelerate and then I let off is when you'll hear it. So we're going to try to capture that. We're going to get a little bit of traffic in front of us, but we're going to let them go, and then I'm going to go ahead and kind of hit it, just accelerate pretty well, and then, as I decelerate, hit a turn, we're going to see if we can capture that ISG sound so everybody knows what it sounds like before, and you can decide whether it's something you want. I don't really need it. It kind of sounds like a party favor, because I've heard, a kazoo is a good example of what it kind of sounds like, but to each their own, But for me, I just need to get more room inside that engine bay to try to do these spark plugs and coils. Turn, come on, turn. Here we go. accelerate again. There you go, kind of, well, we also got a little bit of burble. So, I think that's the sound we're gonna try to get rid of. It's almost like a kazoo blow-off valve. That's not bad. It's not, you know, it's just more noise. So, all right, you guys ready to see if we can actually get into this engine bay through the convertible top? Let's get the McLaren 650S back to the garage. All right, in order to get to the back hatch, we've got to get the tonneau open. So let's go ahead and use the door controls. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get this carpet out. And I know for a fact that this carpet's been out because we took this whole entire car apart when we were repainting it. But if it's the first time that you're taking this out, it may have a little bit of glue, a little bit of stickiness. You need to make sure you're watching these wire looms right here. So let's go ahead and get this carpet taken out. Got that side loose. So this is the itty bitty hatch. And these are all 2.5, I think it's like 2.5 hex or Allen if you would. And there's about 13, 14 total all the way around. So we got to get those out to get access to that back side of the engine. And I can already tell I'm missing one right over there, but we'll get that fixed when we put it back together. But let's get this hatch off. All right, we're gonna get a little Ziploc bag to keep all these in because I'm definitely gonna lose them. It is a 2.5. Now, you don't want to forget these ones here on the side. You don't want to break anything. And I am missing one. I will order a replacement. I am hoping once we get this off, I'm at least going to be able to get access to this side of the intake sound generator in order to remove it. Or I won't, and this will have all been for nothing. Break it, Craig. Oh, there we go. Then it comes off pretty easy. And it's right there. Perfect. It looks like we got pretty good access to the intake sound generator. Here's the connector underneath the diaper, as they like to call it. I can see the bolts. We should get pretty good access to it. So I may have to do the screws on this side of it from the hatch and then go do the engine bay to get the other side. You lift it up on the back side and then it'll pop out just like that. So you're gonna leave. This is coming from the harness side. This is coming from the actual ISG itself. So right now we just have them disconnected. And now we're gonna go take off the back bolts on the ISG. It's gonna be a little bit painful because this is all in the way and, you know, getting an angle in there. But I was able to use a short 1/4 inch ratchet with an 8mm on it to crack this top one. And now I can turn this one by hand. Have a magnet with you guys so you don't drop bolts into your engine. All right, we got one out. Let's get the second. All right, here's what sucks. You can't have the tonneau open and have the hatch open, but the tube that's going into the intake sound generator has kind of like a clasping bolt that is coming from this angle. So I'm gonna have to try to get to it from the hatch side, as well as there's another 8mm bolt of the 3 that's on the ISG. That's from this side. So we're gonna open this up, try to get at it if I can. There we go. In order to get the hose off, I can reach an extension back there and pull it off. Not a big deal. But it looks like the 3rd bolt that's on the underside of the intake sound generator, I'm gonna have to take out this driver's side at least, well, probably the entire throttle body. So we're gonna have to do some exploratory surgery. I would have to take this stuff off anyways for the spark plugs and coils. So we're just doing it a little bit sooner than I thought I was gonna have to. So let's dig into that. I'm gonna take these silicone hoses off, or loosen them up a little bit. All right, that's loose. Let me do the back one. So WD-40 is we lifted it up, sprayed a little WD-40 in there, kept on prying, a little bit of manhandle, and it comes right off. Let's get this side off. Boom, right there. It's right in there. Perfect. Get that all in there. Yep. And now we're gonna manhandle that off one side. And our intake hose is 100% off. So these are some really quality clamps. The clamps themselves, they're actually inside of the rubber right here. This is pretty damn cool. I've never seen this, but that is some quality silicone hoses there. So these are really nice. I've got the hose off to the throttle body. I'm gonna try not to take off the throttle body. This is a little bit of exploratory because you're learning as I learn. So right now the hose has a kind of a clamp on it with a 10mm. So I'm using a long 10mm socket to reach back there. I'm gonna loosen that up and try to pull off that and then see if that gives me more access to the bottom bolt on the ISG. So the hose just comes off the diaphragm on this outside. Let's continue on getting these bolts out and see if we can get to the third one. I did have to come back to this side and release that clamp. Even though I pulled the hose, the diaphragm needed to come out. And now I can get to those bolts a little bit better, not 100%. Let's go back to the tonneau now. So now that we got that diaphragm off, it gets us so that our 8mm can get in there. At that point, we can twist it with our hand. And we're gonna use our trusty little magnet, just because we suck. And this is gonna be a really long bolt, so I really shouldn't need the magnet. I've already had to drop and catch a couple. Boom, got that one out. 2 down, 1 more to go. The last one I had a feel for. It's right underneath. I'm gonna loosen it so that I can just move it with the extension in the socket. It's gonna be one of the longer ones. I'm left-handed, not right-handed, but you know. Last one. Let's see if we can pry it off. Put a glove on because it's still a little hot. Oh, that's easy enough. And there it is. That's your intake sound generator, completely off. You see right here, that's actually a little gasket area. So when I pulled that off, the gasket came with it. And so we have to make sure that that gasket is not damaged and is ready to go. This is that gasket that I was talking about. It has this little rubber notch right there. And so we gotta take that off and gently make sure that we are not messing with it. And we need to reuse this gasket. The gasket has a little divot that fits right into this little slot, so you know that you're putting it the right way. You're gonna make sure that that's on the bottom left as you're looking at it, and then make sure that the gasket is seated all the way in. The block-off plate is going against that. So your block-off plate, you're kind of gonna have to get your orientation about you when you put it on that cover. Really, this kind of long end is towards the bottom or facing down at a diagonal, where these two are at the top. So you can see I'm just holding it right there. That's literally how it's going to go on. So we're going to get one of the Allen screws in, tighten it, hand tighten it, and then we'll add one. So I got one, I just kind of threaded in there. I'm going to go and put the second one in there. And right now I'm just using, hand tighten them. Get them in. And the goal here is I'm just going to hand tighten each one, and then we'll come back with an Allen tool and really tighten it down. So these do have a torque spec. It's basically 7 kind of newton meters, 7, it's basically good and tight. Because this is aluminum going into aluminum right there, you just want to make sure that's really tight. Make sure that this plate towards that is scrunched together and that you got tight on all 3 corners. That way no air is getting in. And there you go. That is an ISG Delete in a 650S Spider. Unfortunately, I have to go back into the hatch side and put the inlet hose back onto the throttle body. I might have been able to get away without taking that off, but as many bolts as that I kind of dropped and had to get with a magnet, it just gave me that more room. And obviously, we did this so that we can get room, get better access, the little bit of access, now that I'm looking at it, is gonna give us in order to do those coils and spark plugs. So let's get that back on and take it for a drive and see if what our sound sounds like now. We're gonna go ahead and go to vehicle, intake sound generator, normal. I can still go up and down volume, but to now, nothing happens. So, but let's go take it for a drive, see how she does. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I can definitely tell that there's less cabin noise. I mean, I can hear that it's coming from outside of the vehicle, and I feel like it's idling better. And I know that sounds weird, but I've been obviously going towards the spark plugs and coils because I thought I have what is a rough idle and or a misfire, but I don't hear it anymore. And it seems more natural. I feel like I can hear the car better without all that fakeness, but there's no errors, there's nothing. Sounds great, responsive. I got the intakes back on correctly, obviously, so if anything else, I would say it's a success because I feel like I hear more of the car versus hearing more of just stuff in the cab that isn't real, and I can hear the engine. So if I do have an engine problem, I should be able to hear it better, hopefully. So we're going to keep on continuing this drive, and then we will wrap it up once we get back to the garage. She's running great. I actually think maybe it's just, you know, kind of a, I don't know what you call that. It's almost like a placebo, where I feel like it's idling better. I definitely can tell that by not having that fake intake noise, I can hear my engine better, which is, in the long run, is a better thing. The car is, with the Fab Speed downpipes and the Fab Speed exhaust, it is loud enough. It sounds absolutely incredible. If you're interested in the ISG, you know, intake sound generator block off plate, visit supercargarageatlanta.com. I'll put a link down in the description below. We're getting closer. Made a little bit more room tonight on getting to those spark plugs and coils and seeing if I have some other underlying engine issue. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, give it a big like, and we'll see you in the next video. See you later.